Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. There's daylight dawning. All right, here at 6:17 a.m. A little later than I wanted to start. All right. Anyway, we have Black Velvet, introduced in 1951. Distilled, blended, and aged in Canada, bottled in the USA. It says right here, imported by and bottled for Black Velvet Import Company, Canandaigua, New York. Well, that's Constellation Brands, who owns the company. They imported it for themselves. Okay, makes sense. But it's kind of like they're trying to make it look like it's done by this company for them, but it is them. They are themselves. 80 proof. Aged for 3 years. They blend it before they age it, though, and they claim that that makes it better. They blend the components together, then they age it for 3 years. Then they ship it to the USA. Then they bottle it. Then they sell it to a distributor. Then they sell it to a store. Then you buy it. Then you do a taste challenge with it. Okay. We are going up against a whiskey that was introduced in 1984, recently renamed. I don't remember what it was called before, but it was always 12 years. It's got a new bottle design and everything, a 12-year age. Canadian Club Small Batch Blended Canadian Whiskey, Classic 12, age 12 years. Is that a good enough name for you? Imported Canadian Club Small Batch Blended Canadian Whiskey, Classic 12, age 12 years. Okay, batch number C12-300, 40% alcohol, 80 proof. It's got this little wood grain label. Imported and bottled by Canadian Club Import Company, Deerfield, Illinois. Right. In other words, Beam-Suntory. Yeah, Deerfield, Illinois does a lot of bottling of Canadian whiskey. And this whiskey was given to me by John Anili. Thank you, John Anili, who is actually at this moment watching. Good morning, Ron. I love Black Velvet, but it doesn't stand a chance against the Canadian Club Classic 12. We would hope not. I mean, if this is a challenge even, then that's an indictment against the batch. That would be a bad statement against imported Canadian Club Small Batch Blended Canadian Whiskey, Classic 12, age 12 years, right? Come on, you little rascal, don't leak. I don't mean leak, but don't drip. Nice plastic label. Plastic label. Oh. Plastic cork or plastic bottle stopper, cap, neck stopper item thing. Let me go rinse this off my hands. Black Velvet is aged 3 years in once used bourbon barrels, okay? What bourbon? I don't know. I assume probably Barton, because that's who ages Paul Masson brandy down there in Kentucky, okay? Because they told me that at the distillery, so I guess that's probably what they're doing. Now look at the color. Whoa, I better not look down. This is one where you can't even glance or it'll be a total giveaway. Here's gold, and this one is dark chestnut or even copper. Oh, no, no, no. Gold, amber. gold, amber. All right, like beer, you get a golden beer and an amber beer, and you do not get them confused. Now, so we will go 12 years in oak barrels. Okay, it's got a dark color. Do they add coloring to it? This I do not know. Do they add flavorings? Well, I don't think they must add too many because they both taste like just regular old blended whiskey in the sense that it's just without the flavoring. The Canadian Club is richer and deeper flavor and all that. If you read the Black Velvet, well, Black Velvet website doesn't tell you much, but the Constellation Brands website tells you a lot more. They're taking grain neutral spirits, they said. They're adding rye high wine and corn high wine, and they explain what that is. And they add barley, and they blend them together, and they age it for 3 years. Okay. I thought it was okay, all right? We're going to do an examination on Labor Day. You say, all right, everybody's off of work on Labor Day. Not me. I have to work on Labor Day. No big deal. I had to work in Baton Rouge this past week. 2 days. Had to drive to Baton Rouge, drive back to Baton Rouge, drive back. They gave me some money for gas. How much did they give me? $39.68. I don't think it cost that much to make those 2 round trips, but I would have been glad to not make them at all. On the campus of Louisiana State University and Agricultural and Mechanical College. I'm working on Labor Day also. See, we're laboring on Labor Day. That's what Labor Day is for people to work. Labor Day, right? Okay. But after we get home and rest and we eat a little something, hopefully John can join us and other people like the Whiskey Scout who said he would like to join, and maybe even some other people. We're going to examine Black Velvet. Now, some of the viewers might be saying, oh, wow, you're examining Black Velvet. Oh, I can't believe it. Maybe you should examine Heaven Hill blended American whiskey. Boy. Maybe we should. See, I don't mind examining low-grade products, okay? Do I get a big thrill out of it? I don't know about getting a thrill. Something to do. It's nice. I don't think anybody on earth would be interested in examining Heaven Hill. Black Velvet at least has a name for itself. At least they used to run advertisements and whatnot. At least they have a decent website. Heaven Hill, they don't even talk about it on their own website. You got to go searching for it in the hidden files of their production sales sheets, whatever those are called. I plan on being there. I've already got my bottle. Oh, it's thrilling. He said, oh, it's thrilling. It's thrilling. We did have fun with the Carlo Rossi Rhine last night. And then one of the viewers was given a bunch of information. I don't know where he gets all this information. He must have a book about wine and liquor or something. I don't know where he gets it. But anyway, I got to make sure I don't look down. I'm scared. I'm so scared. What's next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. Tuesday, I'm planning on reviewing Royal Canadian, which has been on the market, or maybe more like lurking in the bottom shelves of many liquor stores in the dark corners of America's cities since 1934 against Black Velvet. And then we've got Canadian Crest against Black Velvet. You say, oh no, not a store brand from Albertsons. Yeah, and I think it will do a very good job against Black Velvet. And then we've got Albertsons Canadian whiskey against Black Velvet, which has been on the market maybe as long as Black Velvet. It's only $4.99 a bottle. It might beat Black Velvet. Oh, no. You say, no. Oh, yeah. Then sometime after that, Canadian Limited against Black Velvet, which is $7.42 at Walmart. Can it beat Black Velvet? I think it might beat Black Velvet. My friend David dumped it out and said it tastes like black licorice and he hated it. And I said, I wish you would not insist on trying my whiskeys and then dumping them out because you said they tasted horrible. All right. Now, he had to do that Albertsons blended. But I'm going to try to rope him in to doing Albertsons. Yeah, you know, like use psychological warfare to get him to do the reviews. Well, I mean, I'll try to convince him to do it. All right. I don't know why that got locked up there, but I think I'm still broadcasting. I'm looking at the playback and it's just not, it's processing. Oh yeah, it's working. I don't know why that does that. You saw me squinting. I had to, I don't have my glasses on, not my reading glasses, my seeing things glasses. I don't need glasses to read. I need glasses to see anything more than a foot away. Okay, I'll tell you which is which already. This is Black Velvet, and this is Canadian Club 12 year. Now you say all you did was smell it. I know. But one is so much richer than the other, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and do the taste test for what it's worth. Canadian Limited is much different in flavor than Black Velvet, in my opinion. It has that distinct almond extract flavor. Yeah, it's really weird. And my friend David said, oh, black licorice. I said, black licorice? What are you talking about? But he made a funny face when I talked about Jägermeister. I said, hey, you know, I tried that Jägermeister. And he said, ugh. Or he made a face and he made a offhand comment. And I said, what? I said, hey, I like that Jägermeister. And then I was talking to this lady named Undina from Schleswig-Holstein in Germany. And she said, oh, Jägermeister, that's a what she said, that's a medicinal product in Germany. She said, people drink that when they have stomach problems. She didn't look at it as a liquor, a liqueur. I said, you serious? Oh, yeah, that's what people drink that for. I said, okay. She said, it's like a medicine. I said, okay. Tastes kind of like medicine. It tastes good, though. All right, time to go with the taste. It's just so standard, like, yeah, you get bourbon barrel, you get char, you get a lot of wood, you get corn whiskey, you get a little rye spice. It's all there. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, for $9.99 a bottle, it's fine. Don't expect a whole lot because you're not paying a whole lot. But what you're getting is fine. If you're not too picky, you'll probably like it. If you're picky, you're going to hate it. You say, well, I have a right to hate it. I spent my money. You certainly have a right to hate anything you want to hate. You don't have to like anything. Now, but if you're used to drinking $70 bottles of bourbon and then you drink this, you're just going to shake your head and say, why? Oh, yeah, I mean, oh, wow. All right. Okay, let's get on it. You're getting cherry. Now, I don't know where that's coming from because they're using oak, right? Cherry wood. Deep char. I bet it's a thick char, too. I bet it's like almost like alligator char. Rich flavor, corn, rye, a lot more bready, biscuity, crackery. crackery barley malt. I did have a McDonald's biscuit this morning, you know, to breakfast. I went and I got a big breakfast. I know it's $5.14 after tax. I know I could have bought a whole dozen eggs and ham for less than that and eaten on that for a week and a half. I know. That's typically what I do. I make my own omelets and put my own meat and the onions in there, and it's in my own cheese. And it's kind of like better than the McDonald's. But the McDonald's uses good, they use good shortening in flour. So their biscuits taste really good. And they might be frozen. I don't know. I'm not, or they're cold, you know, they're shipped in the rolls. I don't know. I don't know the internal operations of McDonald's. And their little, sausage patties are good, and the eggs were good. They know how to scramble the eggs. I mean, they got a way. I know it comes in this liquid stuff, and it's eggs though, and it comes out good. And the hash browns were fine, you know. And also I put the ketchup on the hash browns, and then some Trappy's Louisiana hot sauce and some black pepper on. And I, you know, of course, it's McDonald's, so I had to check. And the man said, "Well, that's it. It's all there for 4:40 a.m." I said, "Doesn't this come with hash browns?" "Oh yeah, I forgot." You know, so they always forget at least one item. So this has got like rich wood, some vanilla, some what is that? Like a lot of rye spice and some nectar, some kind of honeysuckle or something. And dried fruit fruit. I know I said that a million times, but that's what it tastes like. So yeah, this is like really good. Well, $24 a bottle, better be. You know, it's got some sugar sweetness in it. Oh yeah. Now back to this. Ooh. Ooh. Give me a bourbon, Lloyd. Well, Lloyd ain't gonna give him this, because it ain't bourbon, of course. But he just, they're not gonna get that. All right. Your money's no good here, sir. Yeah, it's oh wow, man, it's like a lot of body filler thing, you know, the grain neutral spirit. But but fairly, it does have a lot of nice little peripheral flavors, the rye and the corn and the barley bread yeast thing. All right, you know, so hey, gotta make sure I don't mix them up by setting them down. I think the black velvet is maybe better than what I was saying. You know, I was kind of like ripping on it a little bit. I'm not exactly loving it, but I am curious about the black velvet reserve, the 8-year age. I got a feeling that's going to really ramp up the flavors and the quality, right? And it used to be $12.99, but I went to Walmart. No, what am I saying? I went to Winn-Dixie and it was $18.99. I said, "Oh, $18.99." It was $16.99 at Dormex. So the price keeps going up. I'm not happy about that. Okay. So, hey, what wins? Obviously, Canadian Club wins. It wasn't close. And you could tell them apart in just a whiff. You saw that. Oh, there's Canadian Club, 12-year age. I don't even know why I put tags on it. Why did I even put tags on the glasses? The color is so obviously different that I didn't need tags. So, yep, CC12 and BV. So it wins. Well, John was right, and we kind of assumed that. It's just too different. On an aroma, okay, John said, on aroma alone, I knew this one wouldn't be a challenge. Have you ever had a McGriddle? I really like them. Yes, I did have McGriddles before. Sometimes they'll run sales on them, like really cheap, and I'll buy them. Honeysuckle and light floral notes. Absolutely. It's just such a fine product. So people, look, if you have 25 bucks to get rid of and you want to buy something worthwhile, get the Canadian Club Small Batch Classic 12, and you will be so happy. Bottle right there in Illinois. In Illinois. All right. Or you could spend $9.99 plus tax and get the Black Velvet. It's fine. It doesn't deliver a lot. You ain't paying a lot. You shouldn't complain a lot. Don't buy a Chevy Cruze and then complain because it's not a what's that one that's real expensive? Not the Malibu, of course. Not the even. I'm not even talking about the Impala. I'm talking about that one that's the SS. It's like an Australian import. It's like a performance car in Australia, and they bring them over here, and they kind of resell them. They're like $50,000. Yeah, so don't buy a Cruze and then complain it's not that. Or don't buy a Ford Focus and then complain because it's not a Taurus. You know what you think it's going to be. But the Black Velvet is kind of like a Ford Focus or a Chevy Cruze. It's fine. I mean, you could drive it, you know. I was looking at trucks this week. Didn't buy one. Don't need one. But I was amazed because brand new Ram. Well, of course, this time of the year, they're trying to sell off the current year. They already got the 2019s out in August. But they might have been out since July. These car companies do that. They do these super early releases, and then, but they didn't change them. Really, it's the same thing. But they had the 2018s for $19,000. I could literally get it for $19,000 because they sent me this coupon. Of course, that's the enticement, right? They were like, well, buy another Dodge. You know, of course, buy another Dodge and you get $500 off. But you could use this toward Chrysler or Jeep or Ram or even a Fiat. But that's what they're saying you do with the coupon. You make the best deal you can make at the dealership. And they say, we could sell it for this. Well, they already said at Bergeron Ram, they had the brand new, no mileage, $19,500. $19,500. So then you get them to lock that price in, and then you say, oh, wait, by the way, I have this coupon here. It's $500. So then they've already dedicated themselves to that price, and then they got to take $500 off. It's not costing them any money anyway because Fiat Chrysler is sending them the $500. But you don't go in there and show this to them first. Don't ever do that because then they're just going to incorporate that into you're going to get screwed. It's like trade-ins. You don't ever talk about trade-in until you make the final price on the new car. After you show them that coupon. And then you say, then you let them talk to you about trade-in. And if they give you a bad deal, you walk out. You just leave. Just say, no, never mind. Oh, no. Your car is not worth nothing. You say, I know that, but that's too low. I'll just sell on the street. Oh, I might come back in a week or something. I don't know. Then they might run out and say, okay, all right, give you 1,000 more or something. I mean, I've had that happen. And a lot of times they'll say, well, you never even checked financing it. We've got to do financing. We've got to check your credit. That's going to take a while. I said, what are you talking about? They said, well, we got to check all that. I said, I was just going to write a check for the full amount. I was going to pay the car off cash. I'm going to buy it cash. Woof. See, they like that because half the time they run credit check and they spend 2 hours and then the person can't even qualify to buy the dang car. After all of this, you find out they can't even afford it. They're wasting my time, and time is money. But I just tell them I was going to write a check for the full amount. Ooh, that's an incentive. Then they get excited, because then it's done. I mean, they don't get any money for financing, but then the dealership gets no financing money. That goes to Chrysler Credit or the bank. So they just get the profit for the sale and the what they call holdback. But I'm going to close this out by saying the Dodge, I shouldn't say Dodge, huh? Even though, but the Ram truck, it was amazing because it had a Pentastar V6, 305 horsepower, and air conditioning, tilt steering. It's a single cab, storage bins behind the seat, this huge armrest that folds up and you can sit 3 people, a big storage bin in there, internet hookups, cruise control, air conditioning, vinyl seats. I like the vinyl seats because you can take a wet towel and wipe them down, and it's got vinyl flooring. Now you might say vinyl flooring, that's very low, that's introductory level. Yeah, that's what I wanted, because you can take a wet towel and wipe it all down. I don't want carpet in a truck, okay? The last truck I had vinyl flooring, and I bought that on purpose, and it was so easy to keep clean. You could take some spray, that cleaning spray, and spray it on it and wipe it down with a wet towel. It was so wonderful. But I don't think I'm going to do it. The car I have now is running fine, and I mean, it's paid off. Well, I paid it off the day I bought it, but I am disappointed that my Kia doesn't perform like a Ferrari, but I've learned to live with it, laugh out loud. Right. I mean, like when you bought the Kia, you thought you were getting a Ferrari, right? That's the kind of thing people say when they talk about Black Velvet. Like, Black Velvet's okay. It ain't no Buchanan's 25-year age that I bought for $129 at a specialty liquor store. Well, pretty sure it ain't. Yeah, it's got those internet hookups, chargers, all that stuff. All of that for $19. Period. 19 plus tax, title, and license. I mean, no, it's not a Ram Laramie high country with everything on it. That's $60,000 because that's a different vehicle with a quad cab. I don't want all that. I have no interest in anything like that. I'm not against that. If you want to buy it, you should buy it. I don't have interest in those kind of vehicles. I like utilitarian things. When I bought this Dodge Avenger, you know how many options I have on it? Exactly 0. I wanted to get it as base model as possible and see what it would be like. Well, it was very comfortable, very good. I always had this fantasy, and then I'm going to close. I always had this fantasy like I would go back in time to 1986 and buy a 1986 Camaro Sports Coupe, that's the base model, and get it totally base, except with air conditioning and cruise control. But that's it. I guess AM, FM radio, but that's it. No other options. 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, 4-speed transmission, vinyl seats front and back. And they were very cheap for that. That would just be something to have, Valentin George said, hi, Ron. Hi, Valentin George. Now, some people are going to say, oh, wait, 1986, the Camaro didn't have the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. That it was dropped that year. No, actually, it was available in 86, the 2.5 liter. If you look at the old brochures, the sales brochures, now, it's true, there's no record of any of the 86 Camaros ever being built with the 4-cylinder, because there was never a lot of interest for people to buy those anyway, and so they just never produced any, figuring nobody would want to buy one. They'd rather get the V6. I understand that. But if you look at the ordering form, in the brochure, it clearly says 2.5 liter electronic fuel injection, the old Pontiac engine, you know, the Iron Duke, which got incredible gas mileage. And if you'd have gone to the Chevy dealer, you could have ordered one with that in 86. They would have looked at you like you were insane, you know, like, why would you want to buy that? You know, it's only got 90 horsepower or whatever, but you might have just been quirky and say, oh, I want something strange. And they'd have said, oh, it's strange. All right. And I'd have got one brown, you know, brown with brown interior. I remember they used to make brown Mustang 5.0s. You know, the really high performance Mustangs with vinyl interior, like so base. They look so plain. They're like something a grandmother would drive. But they were fast. In the 80s, they were fast, you know, by their those standards. Mustang is the best American car, says Valentin George. Well, it's certainly the longest running American car. They've been making it continuously since 1964. Continuously. One time my uncle said, I'm glad they brought back the Mustang. And I looked at him like, what are you talking about? I said, they never stopped making the Mustang. Maybe you didn't notice it. I said, they never stopped making the Mustang. Yeah, they did. I said, no. It's like, what is he talking about? And then one time he said that about Tulane football. I'm glad Tulane started football again. I said, Uncle Tom, they've never stopped playing football. They played continuously since 1893. They've never skipped a season since 1893. Continuously. Now, they haven't been good most of the time, but they've played every year. So I don't know where people get these ideas that something's been discontinued. Now, yeah, Camaro, yeah. All right. Tyler Anderson says, smiley face. Okay, enough blabbing. Well, this was a fascinating challenge, and you can see I drank it all. Whoa. You say, well, it wasn't much of a challenge. I know. Royal Canadian. Now, that's going to be a real challenge now, you see, because that's kind of like Black Velvet. It tastes like blended American whiskey, and Black Velvet tastes like blended American whiskey. It doesn't taste that different than the other run-of-the-mill stuff. So that's going to be a challenge. Albertsons, another challenge. Oh, wait. Never mind. The Albertsons has the flavoring, so it won't be a challenge. The Canadian Crest and the Limited, no, those won't be challenges because you're going to clearly be able to tell those apart. And get ready. Get ready, because I've got a store brand blended Scotch whiskey coming up next. Oh, ha. Piper Dean. We've all heard of Piper Dean Scotch, right? No, right. No, we haven't. You can look it up on the internet. It exists. Piper Dean. Piper Dean. $5.99 a bottle. Yep, $5.99 a bottle for Scotch. Sounds insane, but it's actually the truth. And now I will say goodbye. Have a good Saturday. Thanks for watching this taste so-called challenge. And then that's it.